Hi, in this video, I'm going to show you some of the finance side of TrackMyClass from a college or a higher education point of view. So the first thing when you initially set up TrackMyClass, so that time you start with setting up the board. So this is a kind of demo college which we have already set with some few information, and it has multiple departments and engineering and management as a two separate institutions. So now I'm going to show you how you can set up additional fees and how you can collect them, how you can apply to the particular students. So first thing is you start with defining a new course, or you can go with the existing course. I'll cover that slightly later. Let me start with the first new set of courses. So go to the all courses. Okay, so here I am already have one of the university setup, and assume that you are going to have tie up with another university and going to offer some more courses. So we have a two option. One is to when you create a new board or new university, so you have an option of kind of a simple version as well as the advanced version. I'll suggest simple one. We'll cover the advanced option in a different episode. So you enter the university name. For example, like we start with the Bangalore. So you want to have a kind of Bangalore University. Then so next, you click on next. So now you can start creating courses. So to first step creating your courses is to create your category. For example, like if you are offering a kind of management course, so under that you can create a course like MBA, and you want to offer a BBA course, and there's another computer science. And again, depends on, like, even you can define if the number of courses are quite high, then you can create each department as a separate board as well. Then you can have categories. So then I'm going to have MCA. So these are some two courses. I created two category and two courses. You can create as many categories you want and as many courses you want. For this demonstration, I'm going to keep it with only a few of them. So click on next. So the next step is to add a fees. Okay, and again we have provided a very simple one, so I'm going to add a fee for the MBA. So first, so there are various options. That can be a fee, can be a kind of one-time payment, or monthly payment, or yearly payment, and quarterly and half-yearly. So you can, for example, like you can have for all the students, regardless of whichever option, they need to pay an admission fee. And you can specify the amount. So this is a one-time payment, and you can create a kind of examination fee, or so this is a one kind of approach. The other option is like you want to give them kind of options so that they can pay them in a kind of installments. So in that case, you can create these are the fees, and you can have you can specify as a one time fee, or a kind of complete. So if you pay by the complete full year, then the fees are um, all these. The other option is you can also pay by quarterly. So that will be like kind of four payments. So each quarter you have to pay like 10,000. Okay, So this is slightly higher, so that mostly people might go for the first option unless they have. So there can be differences, that's the point. So same way you can create as many kind of options you have. So we'll create a couple of few options for the other courses as well. So this is third step. So now you click on next. That's finally kind of finishing of your the creations. So now you have created a Bangalore University. So if you expand, so you have this option. So in the first tab, you created a new board and you added the institutions. Then you also created a fee. Now if I click on MBA, so which we have added more fees there, and here so you can manage subjects, you can add new subjects, and you can add a category chapters under the subject. You can upload videos, those kind of stuff comes as part of the subject. Then also it's same way you can define the examination schedules, and you have a fees. So for the MBA, you have a fee structure as, so these are the fees which we have created. So you have admission fee, exam fee, and kind of full year and quarterly options. And this is the when you create first time, it's an easy option, and if you click on manage fee, it will give you a kind of advanced option where some of that numbers will start making sense. For example, like you have admission fee and amount 1,000 we have put, and the installment is 1, so that means only one payment. In case of exam fee, again we have selected as a one-time payment, and that's for the installment is 1. Then we have a complete full year fee which you have put, an installment is 1 because it's a one-time payment you are going to pay as a one option. Then we also giving some quarterly payment option for the students where they can pay this fee in 4 installment, and we have one option called frequencies. So that is like how many, what is the gap between the first payment and the second payment. So that way we have a much more control. So for example, like if you want to make 2 payments, then you can say 2 installment, and here your frequency will be 6 months. So that way the student has to pay 6 months once, 2 payments. And if you want to pay them like a 3 installment, then you can select as the 3 installment, and the difference between the first payment and second payment, it will be 4 months. So it will automatically generate those receipts. So that way in the advanced option you have a more granular level of controlling it. So we have defined a course, and you define the fees for the course. Now I'll show you how you can apply this fee. Before you apply the fee, first you need to create a campus where you can offer these courses. So in case of, if you're this is the existing campus structure which you have put in for a sample college, but in case of there are other institutions, if you are offering online course, so what you can do, you can do is you can create an online entity where you can enroll only the online student. And if you are offering a franchisee based model where you have location, if you have a branches in multiple locations, again you can create those structure and you can offer those courses in those places. So first you need to create those structure and offer those courses, then you can start enrolling them. There are 2 options. When you add a new course, you can offer those new courses to the existing location, otherwise you can create a new locations. So this is one of the franchisee based examples. So you have a headquarters, then you have a kind of state headquarters. Within that, then you can have a city level headquarters if you have a multiple location there, or you can have these branches directly under the particular state. So in this example, we have a Chembur and kind of one more place in Bangalore. And one of the big USP of this system is like when your fee is collected in, for example, like in Mumbai branch in Chembur, and you can have a different people responsible for it. So from the headquarters, you get all the finance details across the country. And if someone looking after the Maharashtra operation, he will see only the fees details related to the Maharashtra. And someone look after the Mumbai, then he'll see only the fees and the finance details related to the Mumbai, and someone look at the specific branch, he will see only the information from that particular branch. So that's it's very it's you can define as per your organization structure. Okay, so in this example, so I'm going to show you how we can create a new branch. Then you start enrolling student. So in this example, so there is an option for this all the course related management under the course management. So I'm going to close that, and there's a campus management option. Open the campus management, go to the build your campus. Okay, so let's add one online online entity in your institutions. So you create an academic group. So these are building blocks for your building your campus. So I want to create this entity is under the management. So it's going to offer online management trainings. Click on create groups. So this will show you all the list of courses we have created. So we are not interested in engineering courses in these particular locations. So we are going to offer only the management courses. So I'm going to click on management stuff and click on create course. So now it creates a batch for the particular year. So again, even if you are having an online entity, it's a handy in case of if you want to group some of the students into a kind of batches, so that the managing them will be kind of easier. So I'm going to click on batch. So now it creates the batch for the particular courses you are offering. So again, within a batch you have a more than certain number of people, then you can create them. For now I'm going to keep them as default. So now we created one entity called online. So I'm going to click on that. So as you say, like we have set up a new location, or it can be online, or it can be a kind of physical branch, and we selected that we are going to offer 2 more courses there, only 2 management courses. So if you want to add additional courses, you can click on set up new courses, so that you can bring in new courses into it. For example, like in case of we have not yet added the MCA course, we left it one. So you want to offer the MCA also in this location, so you can add them. So that again, so I'm just showing this so that you can add the existing courses here. So in this location, or in this online entity, we are going to offer 3 courses. Now you have an option for new admission. So you click on new admission. You can enter the student name. And if you want to give a student online access, then you can provide that. Otherwise, you can you can keep them if you want to use only for the backend. And there are some of the other information. So you need at least one of them is required. So here you can add admission. So you click on the admission. You can say that okay, in this group, this is an online group, and here we have 3 courses. This is MBA on batch of 2014. These are some of the other numbers, like if you are affiliated with a particular institution, for example, like if this is belong to Bangalore University, so whatever the registration Bangalore ID can be put for for this. These are some of the other options. These are provided. You can enable or disable them. Also, if you want to add additional fields, you can do that. So now we have created this admissions. The same way you can add multiple courses as well. For example, like if this person is interested in both the courses, both MBA and MCA, you want to pursue both, you can still do that. So for simplicity, I'm going to, I'll just keep them both so that I can explain how these both works. So I have enrolled this student into both the MBA and MCA. See, that's some of the additional option we can ignore, or you can, if you disable those options, will not be available if it's not applicable for you. So we have additional details where you can enter all other information, which will cover them later. Okay. So the main thing is you enter the student information, you enter the parent information, and you enter the admission details. So here we have put MBA and MCA. Now you click on create student. So it's create a student. If you notice that it show you all the list of fees which are kind of applicable for the particular course. Since we have added two courses for this student, so we have a MBA and MCA, and both the course all the fees which you have created is available. Okay. So now what you can do is you can, whatever the relevant fees, you can apply them. We also have option of giving some discounts to the student. For example, like admission fee is there, so if you want to give some discount on that, you can give. Otherwise you can click straight away. All the student has to pay the admission fee of whatever the date, which you can change it. So for example, like this student has to pay from 1st onwards, you can make them apply. So it has to, the first payment has to be done on that. So can you see that now the fee is created for that, and you can go back and also apply the other fees. For example, like this student decided to go for the quarterly option. I want to pay on the 4 installments, and if you click on apply fee, so again we can change the starting date. Starting dates from the 1st August, and if you click on admission apply fee, can you see that? So it creates the fee structure starting from August, that whichever date we have selected, till 4 installations. So till August, next payment is on November, and next is on February, and next is on May. And you can change the date, and you can it will be kind of applied. So we have option of taking a printout of the receipts if the student is paying for that, so you can look at the invoice. The other option is you can also click on the pay. So when the payment is made, you click on the pay. So these are the two payments which is scheduled for the August. So the user is paid, and you can create a payment option is by kind of online. And if you have any reference number, you can put that, and you can also put the receive date. So now if you update that, now the fees which you have collected, it will be start reflecting. So it says that it's the status of the fees paid already. Okay. Now if you go to show page, that is a student show page, it start reflecting like how much is pending and how much is what is paid and what is not paid. So you'll get a glance of what the student, how much the student pending. Now I'll show you how you see it from the from a particular location point of view. So if you go to the My Campus, and if you click on online payment, online entity, so here we have an income. So if you click on income, that is a fees transaction. So it will show you all the list of fees which are kind of outstanding, and all the fees which are paid. So now you can see this. These are the payment which are paid by the students, which are which paid on the online, and also the planned fees, which is the future dated receipt which you have created. So like which are the fees which and what date we are expecting them to receive. So you can see for the student one, so this is that there's one need to be kind of we are expecting one on Feb, and one on next May, since the student has started it, and another one on November. So you can able to see that. So if you look at from the online entity point of view, so you get that. And if you go to the campus level, on the kind of management level, or on the head office, if you go to the head office, you see the receipts across your institution in terms of what is outstanding and how much is pending. So that way you can able to micromanage if you want. So you can see like how much is not pending. The other important feature is on the management reports. We have option of finance summary. If you click on finance summary, and if you specify the date, so this is kind of future dated, so putting August 1. So you can see that it show you clearly how much was received between this dates. So you can see like between particular year or particular finance period, you can see how the performance of your entire franchisee network or entire campuses, how they are performing. How, if you have a micro level specified, like each department, you'll come to know like how this each department is performing. And if there is an expenses are there, then it will start reflecting on the negative side. For example, I go to the civil engineering. So here I can add manage expenses. So click on the manage expenses. So I can create a new payment. So you can manage also vendors there, and you can say it's kind of paid. So we have one of the rent we have paid for this month. And when you go to the finance report, finance summary, you can see the total collected amount from online, so which is green. So that way we have made some money, but there is a one department which is not made money, so that's again is reflected. But end of the day, overall our, what we received is less than our expenses. So that way in a one shot you can able to see how your institution performing, how your different elements or entity of your institution is performing from this system. So all the menus related to your payments or are on the uh, of the finance related, or kind of managed through one menu option called finance and accounting. So when you expand, so you have quite a lot of option like manage fees, manage the payment categories, and kind of fee transaction which you have seen. Although also you can manage some of the bank accounts and vendor and expenses.